Okay, so we're going to be chatting all about online parties. I know this is what I get most questions about, so just all aspects online parties is what I'll be talking about. For me, this is what I spend not majority of my time on, like not most hours in the day, but probably more time on that than another specific area in my business. Not another specific thing because there are so many different aspects to my parties. It's not just the posting, and not just the couple days of posting, because that the posting itself is the simplest, easiest, quickest aspect of it. But there's so much more to it than just the posting. So it's definitely majority of or what I spend more time in than other categories, if that makes sense. So much of getting it and after the fact and all that kind of stuff. So parties are so important for making new contacts. Okay, you cannot expect to run your business off just your friends and family. Okay, that's just not how it works. Like very few of my friends and family buy from me, and if anything, it's happened after pretty much after a year. I think I had like one or two of my closest friends support me at the very beginning. I had some of my friends like share stuff and whatnot, but you have to, like, when it comes to people buying from you, your friends and family are not going to be what you want. Okay. But the first thing about your online parties is to not call them parties. Okay. Parties are sometimes a turnoff word for some people. Sometimes parties lead to like people thinking they have to do a lot of work. People think of home parties where they have to like clean their house and entertain and all that kind of stuff. Like, online parties are simple, but keep it as simple as possible. Sorry, I feel like there's like hair tickling me. And don't call them parties. So I call them my Shadow Academy makeup classes. Use what you want. That's my personal name. I suggest using something yourself. Okay, don't use something that's personal to you. But you can do like makeup 1-on-1, beauty bash, lash bash, makeup classes, beauty classes. You can do it whatever you want. Any like name that's like not party, and just call it that. So I'm gonna use the word party for this video, but call it something else when you are reaching out to people about it. Okay, don't use the word party. Okay. Biggest thing is you have to message to ask. Okay, people are not just going to know about this. You can't just make a post and just expect people to want to party with you. I highly recommend never ever ever making a post of one of those plain graphics. See, this hair's like killing me. Oh, I found it. There we go. Don't ever use one of those plain graphics and just say host a party with me, and it's just words like that everybody else has used. Okay, nobody's going to respond to that and say yes. If you're ever going to make a general post, I usually do the end of every month, just saying a picture of me, and I'm just saying I'm starting my Shadow Academy beauty classes next month. For the month of whatever next May is or whatever. I have some openings, and I can try to help you earn some free makeup while sharing my best tips and tricks, a little something like that. I had a little post. Sometimes I get like only one person commenting. Sometimes I get a lot. Okay. I don't use that as my majority of how I get my parties. My majority is spent in Messenger. This is why I spend most of my time in my business on parties, because messaging for parties takes a while. Like, depends on, most of the time it's 1 in like 4 maybe that say yes. Sometimes it's even less statistics. It depends how much you know them. Sometimes you might have to message a lot more than 4 to get 1. Sometimes I can message 4 people and they'll all say yes. Okay, it really just depends on the people. But sometimes I can message 20 people in a row and 0 of those people are interested. But then I message some 20 more and 5 of those people are interested. Like, you really never know who's going to be interested. You are offering a service, and that's what you have to think when you're messaging people. You are offering a service. You are helping them earn free makeup. You are popping on there and you're just like messaging like, oh my god, hey girl, I'd love to try to earn you some free makeup. I have some openings left in my beauty class for next week. Can I schedule it in? Type of thing. Just simple asking. You're letting them know you can offer them free makeup. You can, if you're wanting to share tips and tricks, you don't have to share that many tips and tricks. Okay, your tips and tricks can be just the importance of primer, or want a foundation that lasts all day, or an ombre lip. Anybody can show you how to do an ombre lip, darker on the outside, lighter in the middle. Like, or mascara tips. Talking about tilting your head back, or not pumping your wand to dry it out, rinsing your wand off. Like, you can just give tips like that. Or want easy makeup removal. Talk about shine cloths. Like, there's so many different things you can share little tips without having to like show like how to do a smoky eye if you don't know how to do smoky eye. Like you can keep it basic, okay? Sorry, I'm getting a little off topic, or off track is what I mean, not off topic, off track, because I want to stay on track. So don't act like you are begging for parties or anything. You are offering them a service. You are offering to try to help them earn free makeup, okay? So you have to think about it like that. You're helping them, and don't care if people say no, okay? That's why you message so many people that you don't care when 20 people say no, because 5 more people are about to say yes, okay? When you're messaging so many people, it really doesn't matter. And a lot of times the no just means not right now. It means I'm busy right now. If they don't say a hard no, like a hard no, no, I'm never interested. If they say now's not a good time, or maybe check later, or just no, I'm busy. Even if they just say no, I'm busy, write their name down and check back with them the next month or something like that. Be like, hey girl, I'm scheduling for next month. Like, do you want me to try to fit you in? I have this date and this date available. That type of thing, okay? So you're offering a service. When you're asking your first people for a party, like your first closest friends, you can talk to them a little bit different. So think your closest friends, your mom, your sister, your aunt, your best friend, like the people you talk to on practically a daily basis. You can be like, hey girl, so I'm setting up, I just joined. I'm super excited. I'm setting up these makeup classes with you and your friends. You just got to add some friends in this group, okay? I'm starting this Sunday. And you're going to just let them know. Your closest friends, you do not do this for not your closest friends, but the people that you talk to on a regular basis, you can say that. You can be direct, okay? And know that you can be like, hey girl, and you can even say, not that don't feel like you're annoying them, but you can be like, oh my God, I owe you. You can even say that for these people, but everything else, you're offering a service. When you're messaging people that you haven't talked to in a little bit, you're still offering a service. So really, really think about that, okay? What was I gonna say? So I think for messaging, that's everything I wanted to say. I hope if you guys have questions, let me know after. Okay, so that's all about like messaging and how to get them started. I start all mine on the same day. You can do as many as you feel comfortable with, or as you can physically get. 3 to 5 is my slower weeks. Okay, 3 to 5, like 3 as a bare minimum. I personally think, as my personal opinion, should be every week. Your barest minimum. Okay, I try to shoot for at least 10 every week. Like I usually try to get 15, which like kind of leads to 10, because once in a while you're messaging people, they say yes, but sometimes after they say yes, like this will just happen once in a while. Some people will just either not respond or forget to add people in the group, or like, if I start at Sunday, I'll be like Wednesday, like, oh my God, hey girls, I'm just started Facebook 3 days later. Like they totally forgot about it. Then I schedule them a different week, that type of thing. But so like, if I get to 10 to 15, sometimes a few of those will fall off if I get that many. But I want to get 10 to 15 most weeks. But some weeks I know I'm going to be a little bit busier with my life. That 3 to 5 is really easy. It doesn't have to take more than a couple minutes to post in 3 to 5 parties, okay? A couple minutes, 3 times a day, that type of thing. So get as many as you physically can, or as physically comfortable with, or whatever. And comfortable, I don't actually mean like super comfortable. Like 3 is still, can take a couple minutes of your time every day. But so yeah, start them all on the same day. Make it easy. Know that parties are not for sales. They're for making contacts. Sales will happen, not with all of them, but sales will happen with time. Sometimes I will get 1 out of my 10 parties in a week have be qualified. Sometimes 2. I think 1 week I had like 4 qualified. Sometimes 1 or 2 qualified, and then 1 or 2 have other sales. I very rarely get over halfway with sales. Like at least half of them don't qualify. So sometimes I'll get 1 week. So say I have 10 every week. So sometimes I'll get 1 week that I have like 10 parties and 0 qualify. And then the next week I have like 6 that qualify. Like, you never know. It depends on your party hostess, okay? You never know what's going to happen. So that's why I also try to book as many as possible. Because say if you have 4 versus 10, like those could be the 4 that we're going to fail anyway. So ones that, not that they're not a fail. They're never a fail. If you're making any friends, they're never a fail. But the ones that don't have sales, sorry. The ones that don't have sales. But I honestly strictly am working for contacts. And then if I get sales, that's a bonus for me. Keeping it simple. Okay, this is like the most important. And I'm just going to talk about hostess coaching real quick. Make sure you're going to get better results with people seeing more of your posts if you're hostess coaching, which means you're talking to the hostess about commenting on posts. If she has any products and wants to take a selfie for that day, take a selfie. Maybe just make a welcome post. I usually recommend they make a welcome post. Just like, welcome your friends and just say, hey guys, I'm so excited for Kayla to share the tips and tricks this week. And they just make a quick welcome post. I tell them to tag their friends when when they think a certain friend. Not like I tell them not to mass tag. I tell them to tag a couple friends, a friend or two that like might like that specific post. Not tag the same person or the same 10 people in every single post. Okay, you don't want spamming. Okay, that's them spamming. So keep it simple. Okay, there is not one script. People are always like, what do I post in my parties? What do I post in my parties? Okay, please don't ask that. You post what you want. I do have, if you go to our Team Radiant Trading Group, I do have sample launch party and a sample online party, okay? That still does not mean to copy. That's just to get an idea of what I do. What I do and what you do should look different. A while ago, I've seen other people's scripts and I've tried to copy them and it works out horribly for me. I will get 0 sales at any party because they know it's not me. Okay, you have to understand that there is not a party script out there that's going to work for you and somebody else at the same time, and it doesn't matter what they post. People will see your genuineness of something that you personally love, and that's what it has to do with. You have to share what you love, and people can feel that, what you love to use, or what tips you love to share. Whatever it is, people will sense you. They want to see your face. They want to see, if you're doing a mascara only party, which is great because you don't understand that people aren't going to see all your posts. So if you do mascara only and you talk about mascara every single day, people are only going to see a couple of those posts, okay? And it takes people like minimum of like 7 times to see an ad before they're interested in that item. It's for every product in the world. Like people take a while to see it. So you can do a mascara party, do most of your stuff, and then post. So you can post some other people's and just like you can use their names if you can and be like, oh my God, this is Kayla's lashes. Look at how amazing. And you can do so many different posts in that. How to apply, how to take it off, comparing it to other things. Talking about how the 3D is water resistant. You know, both mascaras, and you can do so many posts. Okay, but use what you love, keep it simple, and don't overwhelm them with every product. If you overwhelm them with every product, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to overwhelm them. Like it's going to overwhelm you trying to show so much off. Okay, keep it simple with a couple items. Okay, your favorites or whatever it is. Like you can do just foundation, you can do just mascara, you can do both, you can do just a skincare, you can do your top 5 favorite products. You know, whatever it is, or you know, you want to do a full face, you can do an eye day. Everything about eyes that day, everything about lips the next day, everything, you know, but keep it simple within those days. Like don't show every single lip product because there's too many, but show your favorite 1 or 2, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so yes, there's not a certain script. As long as you're being genuine, it does not matter what you post. It does not matter. You're going to get the same sales either way if you are being genuine to you and what you like, okay? So I think that's what I want to say about that. And don't spend all your time making a script, a party script, okay? Spend a couple minutes here or there doing a couple videos, but don't worry about spending hours making a perfect script, okay? Just have some quick videos, some pictures, just to be able to post, okay? And post the same thing in all your parties. Make your life easy for yourself by posting the same thing in all your parties, okay? At least that's what I do. Okay, doesn't matter where it is on Facebook, like, or it doesn't even have to be Facebook, okay? But you can do a group event. You can do it in a chat on Facebook. You can do it a Facebook Live event. You can do it on freaking Instagram if you want. I don't know how to do that, but you know, you can do wherever you want. Just a home party obviously still is an option. I personally do groups, and I'm going to explain why. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about posting. I don't think so. Sorry, I'm like going through my notes. Okay, so I'm going on the next point though, of why I do groups. So, sorry, I'm like get really sidetracked, and this is already turning out longer than I anticipated. So the reason I do groups is because, well, you want to add friends to your Facebook wall, no matter what platform you do. You know, you want to add people, like if you're doing it on Facebook at all, like whether it's a group event, your Facebook wall, a live feed, whatever, and in a group chat, you just want to be able to add people on Facebook. That's the whole point. So when I do a group, if you don't know, if there's I think it's under 250 people, which honestly, I don't ever recommend my hostess to add more than 250. That's too many. I like around 50. 50 for me is a good amount of people, maybe up to like 100 in a group. I don't really like over 100. It's just too many, but over 250 is too much. So if it keeps it under 250, you can see the seen by number. So in a group, when you make a post, it'll say seen by, and it'll show little bubbles of everybody that saw it. So you can click that, and it'll show everybody who saw that post. Now, granted, there are many people that see the post that it doesn't show the seen by number. The seen by number only means that they clicked on the notification to go in that group. They might have seen your post on their newsfeed. My internet connection is unstable, it says. I hope that's going to be good still. But when they're scrolling through a newsfeed, they still might see your post and won't see the seen by, just so you know, if you didn't know that. So you could have more people seeing your post, but that means they clicked on the notification, okay? That means that these people, so sometimes maybe say I have 50 people in the group. My welcome post might have like 15 to 20 people as seen by. Every group's different. And I'll go to that, especially the first couple posts usually have the most, or posts that the hostess makes, or posts that the hostess comments on. Those will, tend to have the most comments or seen by. So then I go seen by and I add those people on Facebook. Now make sure you are not mass adding, don't add 100 at once. Add 15 to 20, give yourself a couple minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. If you're going to add multiples in one day session, don't add too many at once, because Facebook's going to put you in Facebook jail and say you're adding too many. We're blocking you from adding people for a bit. Okay. So just don't keep hitting add, for ever. So I add all those people on Facebook that have seen my posts. So those are new Facebook friends. Not everybody accepts my requests, which is totally fine. I do go back at a later time, about a couple weeks later, and I go back to those posts, and the ones that didn't accept, I do hit the undo button. There's an undo friend request, because if there's too many, I think it messes, I don't know for sure, but I think it messes with your Facebook algorithm if there's too many unaccepted friend requests out there from you. It could mess with how much Facebook wants to show your stuff. So I just undo all those, because if they didn't add me in a couple weeks, they ain't gonna accept my friend request. I don't know why they didn't just decline, but then I just undo all those. So then I don't have too many friend requests, all hundreds and hundreds, because I'll have at least 100 new friend requests probably every week. Not everybody accepts it. Maybe about 50% accept it. So that helps with that. So I add the people on Facebook. So I want to go to a different point after. Don't expect interaction from other people. I just had this little note. Don't expect interaction. If you get interaction from people that aren't the hostess, be appreciative, because it does not happen. Okay. Usually 2 or 3 of my parties out of 10, I get interaction. Sometimes I get a like or two, but when it comes to actually commenting, it is not often that people comment. People like to silently watch. Okay. Understand that I do get still sales through my parties, and maybe 1 out of 10 sales, not people, 10 sales from my parties, people have talked to me before. Most of them, I get an email and I can see, in your email that it was connected to a certain party hostess. And then I go thank them, of course, in the party, and I thank them in Messenger, but I had never talked to them before. They'll silently watch. They didn't comment on anything. They didn't send me a message. They just watched. That just happens randomly. So just know that people are silently watching. Okay, at the end of all my parties, and I'm going to go to my last point that I was just talking about. I want to get in sidetracked, but what did I say? At the end of my parties, I always ask for more parties. I always try to get 3 more parties. So what I do as my personal, you don't have to, but I like to reinvest in my business. So I post Monday through Friday, or I post Sunday through Friday, and then Saturday I post this post, and I say, I have more openings this month for my Shadow Academy makeup classes for me to try to help you earn free makeup as well. If 3 of you guys are interested, I will send so-and-so, the hostess, a free mascara on me. Okay, that's me reinvesting. You don't have to do a whole mascara. You can do something smaller. You can do nothing. But that helps me get the hostess involved, because sometimes they'll start tagging their friends to ask. But usually out of 10 parties, I don't even know if even all the time I still get 1 person to get 3 people. But sometimes I'll get still 1 or 2 throughout those 10 parties. I'll still get a couple randomly, be like, yes, I want to. So those are people that are instantly trying to get new parties from. Then I book them the next week or 2. I get them scheduled in for my parties, and then I do make an opportunity post later in that day on Saturday as well. I make an opportunity post. I have just a small little video. You can make a picture post or a video, but I just make a small little video that just explains a little bit about my journey and unique and that type of thing. It's like a 4-minute video, so keep it short and sweet if you do that. So I was talking about how I add friends and to my Facebook wall. And then what I do next is after the party ends, I wait till that full 10 days ends, then I can go back to that group, because I have it in groups, and if you click members, in the groups. This is also why I prefer groups. Okay, you can do whatever thing. This is why I prefer groups. Then I can click the members in the group and it'll say all the members I'm friends with. So it'll say all those. Now, 99% of the time, besides the hostess, they are all new friends, which I can click and see if I knew them before or if we've ever had messaging conversations before. But I click on their page and I send them a message. And this is along the lines of what I message whatever fits your messaging style, personality, that type of thing. Message them and say, so I just say, thank you so much. So say it was like Wendy's Shadow Academy. Thank you so much for being, for checking out Wendy's Shadow Academy. I really hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. I just would like to ask if it would be okay if I add you into my Glamour group, which is my personal VIP group. That's what I call it. I have emojis in my text as well. I'm thanking them for being in the group. I hope they enjoy it, and I'm asking for their permission for me to add them in their Glamour group. I usually have at least half the people message me back saying yes. I've only had like 2 no's ever because like they know another presenter or something like that, like their daughter or a good friend or something like that, or something along those lines. But usually, sometimes I get no response, of course, but usually at least half messaging back, yes, please add me. I loved it. I was so happy. So then I'm starting this conversation with this person without being salesy, it's not weird. Like they know it's actually easier to sell to people that don't know you before you sold this product. Okay. It gets really hard if you are not, so like me, like I was not into makeup much before. So it was hard for my friends and family to understand what I was doing. It took, because they knew me before. So they knew this was something totally different. And if this is something totally different for you, your closest friends and family know that. If you are hosting a party and you made new friends in that party, those friends only know you as the unique girl. Like you have to think about that. That is amazing. They're going to start to get to know more of you. When they're on your personal wall, they're going to start to get to know more of your personal life, who you are, what you like, if you have kids, if you have a husband, if you travel, whatever you do, they get to know more about you. But they know you. You are their unique girl now. You need to understand that they know you as that. That makes it so much easier to sell to them. Okay, in a not salesy way, don't like start, but like, you can ask them to go into to be added in your Glamour group, and they're like, oh my God, yes, I enjoyed that so much. You know, you're amazing, that type of thing. You know, they usually say something like that. Like, I mean, sometimes they just do a quick sure, you know, once in a while, but they usually are like so excited to have that chance to be added in my Glamour group. They're like excited about that. So, you have to build up that image for yourself. Even if you just joined, build up that image for yourself and realize that now, even if you just joined the last month, they know you as the unique girl, okay? They don't know you much before, so they don't know that this might be a new thing for you or whatnot. So, so I ask them to go in there and I write everything down, I have a notebook and I write everything. So I have their name, the hostess name, if they said yes to be in the Glamour group, and then I have a little thing on the side about asking for an online party. So I write down their name, the hostess name. So then when I message them, I can message them and be like, you know, I hope you had fun in this so-and-so Shadow Academy. I relate it back to that exact thing. And then 4 to 8 weeks later, I prefer a little bit later if possible, but at least a month later, like up to 2 months later, message them back. They've been in your Glamour group. These are only the people that said yes. So I say yes. If they said yes to being out of the Glamour group, I write yes, and then I write the date that I added them in. Okay. And then 4 to 8 weeks later, I message them and be like, trying to think of like, so I message people different things. So sometimes, you know, if they love their products, oh my God, since you love your items, you know, I'd love to try to earn you some more free products by sharing some tips and tricks with your friends and family in a group on Facebook. Can I set you up one? Something like simple like that. For these, I'm like, I think I say something along those lines. I don't want to give you exacts because it should be your wording personally, but it's something along the lines of, I'm setting up my Shadow Academy classes for next week. I'd love to schedule you in and try to help you earn some free makeup. It's super fun, just like Wendy did or whatever the hostess name is. Can I schedule it in? Something simple. I always keep it very short, like 2 sentences, maybe like very short and sweet. And then I ask them. Maybe about 1/4 to 1/3 say yes. That's okay. Not everybody's going to say yes. Some say a later date. Some say no, thank you. Whatever it is. And some just don't respond. That's just how it is. So I ask them for parties, and that's how I keep the process going. So, and then I do send samples to the hostesses that were involved. If their hostess was involved and the party didn't qualify, I personally like to send them a few samples, like send them mask samples or blusher, bronzer, fragrance, something like that. I send them 2 to 3 samples. You know, it's a couple bucks. They were participating. They were trying to help out. You know, the party didn't qualify. You know, that's just how it is. Sometimes there's no sales. Sometimes there's some. If the hostess did nothing, if the hostess added people in, never responded to your messages, didn't want to post, didn't want to tag, didn't want to comment on anything, I'm not signing here something, okay? It's for the people who actually tried. You know, they tried to comment on anything. They tried to help get their friends involved, that type of thing, okay? So I send that. So in a gist, this is why this takes a lot of my time, not majority of my hours in the day, but it usually can take up to 2 hours to do all those things in my day time frame, depending on how many messages I'm going. But because everything takes place in Messenger, okay? So I message for parties. I post to my parties, that's the least amount, but then I add friends. That does take a little bit because I do check out their profile briefly before, and I try not to mass add. Like, I don't just hit the add button 10 times in a row. Okay, so I go through, because I'm adding a lot of people from each party. Sometimes I'll add only 10 people in this party, but sometimes I'll add 50 people in this party. It depends how many people we're adding to that group, okay? So I'm like adding a lot of people on Facebook, okay? Then, so then I'm adding friends. That's my third thing. Then I invite them, which I'm messaging. So I probably add like 100 friends. No. Okay, maybe like 70 friends a week on Facebook. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so all those people every week I'm messaging, asking them to be in my glamour group, okay? So then these are trying to keep on top of every other messaging, of course. So then I invite them in my VIP group. Then later on, all these people, again, that said yes to my VIP group, I'm asking for parties from them at a later point. And then I'm also messaging the hostesses asking for their addresses to send them samples and then packaging those up. So those do take a good amount of time each and every my day, but it's a circle of process. It's like you're getting more parties, then you're getting friends, then you're asking those friends for parties, then you're getting to know their friends, and then you're like, it's this endless cycle that you have of new friends, of new friends, of new friends. Like, it's amazing. So I hope you guys realize how important parties are. I hope this helped with info on parties, and you guys have to just not overthink it. That's the biggest thing I get questions about all the time. You guys want to know exactly what to post. Don't overthink it, okay? Don't think you have to post something specific, or just don't be salesy. That's the biggest thing. And I know it's a hard thing to just say, don't be salesy, but make sure when you're making a post, when I make a post personally, it's always going to be either solving an issue or giving them a tip. So it's going to be solving them an issue with a product. If they have short lashes, they want longer lashes. If they need a better skincare routine. If they, let's just say, don't have foundation that lasts all day or that looks cakey. Your fault. Like, if you have oily skin, you need this. If you have dry skin, you need this. And you're making videos specifically for certain skin types, or you're making video, oh my God, do you struggle with short lashes? You got to check this out. You know, do you struggle with dry skin? You got to use this exfoliating mask. Whatever it is, you can solve issues. Do you have small lips? Check out how to do an ombre lip. You know, something like that. You can offer tips even before people ask. So you're offering them tips, you're helping them, you're solving a problem, as long as you're not just like, buy here, buy now, this and that, and posting. So I post 3 times a day, okay? 2 to 4 times a day is what I recommend. I do not recommend personally, in my opinion, more than 4 times a day. Okay, if you are posting that often, people are going to start getting annoyed. If they get notifications like 10 posts a day or some craziness, they're going to start getting a little frustrated. So keep it simple, and know everybody's not going to see every single one of your posts. It's okay. There's something else about posting, but yeah, just don't say, here's this, buy this now. And you can always message me and send me, put me into one of your groups if you want me to just check it out. But if you are being genuine of sharing something, it's good, okay? Just don't expect sales, and just have fun, okay? And just keep messaging your little fingers off, finding new friends, and let me know if it's helpful too, okay? Thanks for watching.